Josh, there's a lot. You talked a lot about wanting to improve this offseason as a receiver. How gratifying was it for you to sort of get involved in that part of the game in the opener?
It definitely was fun. A lot of times when I play receiver, I get a lot of more chances to be in open space. So that's always fun.
Hey Josh, this is Omar Ruiz from NFL Network. Just curious, you didn't have the training camp, maybe not take, the actual game type of speed. Just wondering how your body kind of responded after, seeing its first action in a while and how you feel heading into week 2.
It's weird because that's one thing that I kind of thought about, like how would I feel after this game. But I feel good. I really didn't have any like nicks and stuff for real. And I remember last year after the game, I kind of felt like I was in a car crash. So I feel good. My body could full go. If we could play today, then I would.
Hey Josh, Heidi Fang, Las Vegas Review-Journal. What will it mean to you to have this first game at Allegiant Stadium, even though there won't be fans present?
Obviously it means a lot, not only to us, but to the fans here in this community, and everybody watching and supporting us. Obviously we want to get a win, especially being our first time in this stadium and everything like that. So it's going to be huge.
Hey Josh, Case from Las Vegas Sun. Going back to your role in the passing game, I know you talked about how much that meant to you. What did you work on the offseason that you specifically felt like helped you out there on Sunday?
I did a lot more of putting myself not as in a running back aspect, but like a receiver. Whether it's going outside and slot and actually learning how to get off of releases and stemming the guy and learning leverage and all of them kind of things like that. And then watching Hunter on his choice routes and just how creative he is. I'm just trying to put it in, find what I like and make it my own.
Hey Josh, Paul Gutierrez here from ESPN. How does the game plan change when you not only lose your starting right tackle, but your second team right tackle, and then a guy who's never really played tackle before goes out there and performs as well as he did? And beyond that, what does that say about that offensive line to you as a running back?
Well, we honestly are not going to change what we're doing. We feel very confident in Denzel Good and what he can do and what he can bring to the team. We know he's going against a great pass rusher, probably top 2 in the league, just with physicality and the way that he works, and Cam Jordan. So we're going to try to help him as much as we can. But, man, we have the most ultimate faith and confidence in everybody on the offensive line.
Hey, Josh, Chris Matthews, CBS here in Las Vegas. Can I ask you a little bit about how cool this must be opening on Monday night, not just at home, but on a Monday night? I'm sure as a Little League player, you watch those Monday night games through college. It's, hey, you're on Monday night. Yeah. And then at halftime, they have the Killers are going to perform. The Las Vegas group of Killers are going to perform on top of Caesar's Palace. So all this excitement revolving around this Monday night game for you.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even know that was going on. But, yeah, that's definitely dope just to – you know that everybody's going to be watching you that night. Probably the only couple games on that night, and then, you're the show. So it's going to be fun to just come in there and fight adversity and just see how it works.
Josh, you guys scored 34 points in the opener. That was the most points you scored. You didn't score 34 last year. A, are you surprised at being able to hit the ground running like you guys did offensively? And B, is that a sign of what this offense is capable of doing this year?
I'm not surprised. I kind of been hitting at it all off season that we can kind of do whatever we want, whether it's run the ball, we can open it up now. We have a lot of great young receivers, so we can really play however we want to, and just to see that we kind of putting the pieces together slowly, it's huge.
Hi Josh, this is Amber Dixon with NBC in Las Vegas. I saw a unique stat from Mike Triplett with ESPN today that the Saints have gone 44 straight games without giving up 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what do you do with that kind of information? How much importance do you give it? And what do you think of the Raiders' chance at snapping that?
I don't look into it too much. I also seen it. It's definitely something that's in the back of my mind when I think about how I run and how I finish and how I want to approach the game. But for me, I'm just going to stick to the game plan and stick to however we do it. I really don't care if I get 100 yards or not, just as long as we win, I'm good.
Hey Josh, this is Vic. What was it like last week playing with no fans?
It was it was definitely different. You had as a team and our players on the sideline, we had to bring the juice and the energy to the players on the field more. So like if you would have watched the last game, I was standing up when the defense was on the field and just trying to encourage them and get them hyped. So it's definitely different. But in the game, I don't feel it. I don't really feel it too much because I kind of be focused and locked in. But it is weird because the opposite team, you can see them trying to look in your huddle and hear what you're saying and things like that. So it's definitely different.
Hey Josh, Scott Branson with Raider Nation Radio. Back to the route running. How much have you leaned on those guys in the wide receiver room with that, and how have they helped you?
Yeah, I've definitely asked them a lot of things. They helped me, whether it's just giving me little points and cues. I had Coach Edgar, the wide receiver coach, actually make up cut-ups for me just on certain players and how they release and how do they go against certain defenses, how do they attack it and things like that. So it's been definitely the area where I feel like I improved the most.
Josh, Levi Edwards with Raiders.com. You're going to be going up against a very formidable defense, especially with Pro Bowler Demario Davis, someone you've probably been game planning against a lot. How do you see yourself being able to compete with that linebacking core as well as use your versatility and pass and route running and making sure that you use all assets of the game?
Yeah, they have a very strong defense. Their linebacker core, they are very fundamental and like it's hard to make them not do their job. So I expect them to be where they're supposed to be on runs and on passes and things like that. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to effort and who wants it more. So that's a battle that I kind of look forward to having.
Two more questions. We'll go Jerry and then Omar.
Hey, Josh, Coach Gruden was saying the other day about how even towards the end of the game, you wanted to be in the game, you wanted the ball thrown to you, you wanted to run the ball. Last season, you played 7 games and then hurt your shoulder pretty severely and still played like 7 more. I'm curious how you determine when to go and when not to go. I mean, how does a player determine that? Is it a personal decision? Is it, do you ever ask out or do you let coaches do it for you?
Nah, they kind of, it's definitely a personal decision. They kind of give me free range to like sub myself in and out when I kind of feel fit. But when the game is on the line for me, I always want to be in the game. I always feel like I'm a game changer, a difference maker, regardless if I'm getting the ball or not, just to make how the defense line up, how the defense have to respect and honor whatever we do. But for me, it's always, you can feel the momentum of the game, of when a play needs to be made, or if a play doesn't get made, like you can feel the intensity of it. So for me, I'd rather take my chances out there.
Josh, you've shown your toughness, over your, short start to the NFL career. Henry, battled through an injury there. Sunday, Derek's shown a bunch of toughness in his career. Is that something that you guys feel might be a characteristic of this team, especially, with that fourth quarter comeback and kind of trading those blows there late in the game?
Most definitely. I mean, it's football. Football is very physical. I can't remember a game where I just went into the game fully fresh, fully like no nicks, no bruises, no nothing. I mean, that's just what comes with this game. And I feel like it's all mental. Really, like when you feeling hurt or whatever, if you find that you could push to yourself to another level, and that's kind of what I did last year with the shoulder, and just deal with it afterwards. But I never want to miss games. So, I mean, that's just the competitor in me, the type of person I am. So just coming in and seeing other guys doing that and seeing how it's rubbing off and affecting the team, I think it's definitely headed towards a positive.
Great. Thank you, Josh.
Thank y'all.